And I am the one and only Mr. Edman.
And we're brought to you by the New Image Project, better known as
Seedance.
Because we are redefining.
What's cool?
Because smart.
It's the new
Gangsta.
baby.
And if you didn't know, now you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it is hump day.
Get that hump up out your back. Oh, get the hump off the wall, or what they used to say?
I don't know. Get your hump up. Oh, I don't know. You should have let me make it up with you too.
I'm telling you.
That's how you know we like an awesome team, because we'll just I'll play into the foolery with you.
Get your back up off the wall.
Yeah, that's it.
Dang.
Yeah, it ain't hump.
And hump day is to get the hump out your wall. I mean, we just gonna play with it.
How's your week going so far?
Okay. It's been a very interesting week so far. It's a lot going on. It's a lot coming. It's a lot going. I meant to mention this Monday. I had my first DJ experience. Big shouts out to the family Luau, with Brother John.
Right.
And I was able to rock the microphone.
You was the DJ
for a small portion.
How small? Like 2 songs?
No, I did about 10, 20 songs. I rocked that. I was rocking. You know, I got a
so
talent.
you got about an hour in?
No, listen, I got a talent. I'm sincerely telling y'all, if you see me DJing, DJ Mr. Edman.
That's gonna
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised.
DJ Mr. Edman.
I'm
on the ones and twos.
I'm gonna work on the name.
DJ Mr. Edman.
DJ Mr. Edman. I'm gonna be like, Mr. Franklin, get on, sit down, and shut up.
Boom, boom, boom.
Get on, sit down, and shut up.
Mr. Edman. Get on, sit down, and shut up, Mr. Edman.
No, it ain't gonna work.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're trying. We're definitely trying.
We paying homage to our ancestors. Big shouts out to Mr. Franklin, the incomparable one and only Mr. Franklin. Get on, sit down, and shut up.
I think everybody had him as a bus driver.
I think he was a troubleshooter, and if your bus was out of line, he got on your bus and got you in line.
You know what? I had Mr. Cornett, right? It was a white guy, as well. So had Mr. Franklin a couple of times.
Yeah,
Mr. Cornett,
y'all was getting out of hand. You ain't got to tell me.
No, I don't know. I'm not subscribing to that.
You don't remember y'all was getting out of hand?
I'm not subscribing to that. Now on Mr. Cornett bus, we was out of hand.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why.
But no. I had Mr. Franklin before I even had Mr. Cornett.
What?
So yes. So this is how like you young and dumb and don't realize stuff.
No,
so I sat in the back of the bus, right? And you know how they have all the rules on the bus.
Was cool.
I was always cool. Don't get it twisted.
Wait, where did you sit on the bus? If you rode the bus in Pinellas County, writers, tell us. Leave a comment. Where did you sit? Because where you sit on the bus
determines how cool you is.
You know that. You know.
So I said I had the last seat on the bus.
Oh, you was all the way out there.
I had the last seat on the bus, right? Now let me tell you about this. I got 2 buses. So listen, I had the last seat on the bus, right? And you know you're not supposed to sit on your book bags, your books, or anything like that, right?
Yeah, I didn't know that, but yeah, you're not.
Right. So I sit on my book bag, right? And Mr. Cornett said, Kiana, get off of your book bag, right? How do we always know when I'm sitting on my book bag? So one day I asked him, you know, he said,
What he said?
I can't see you unless you're sitting on your book bag. I didn't even realize
that you were so tiny.
Well, you know, I've always been tiny, but
yes. Shout out to the school memories and
Did you ride the bus a lot?
Yes, I was a bus rider. We was bused all over Pinellas County.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I sat in the back.
You sat in the back?
Yes.
I sat a little bit of everywhere.
Yes.
My auntie, so let me tell you, my auntie was my bus driver.
What's your auntie name? Miss Smith?
Miss Mac. Laura. Mrs. McIntosh. So we were elementary, we getting on the bus, we don't even know she our bus driver.
Carrying on, making no.
Oh, no, but listen, she used to, back in the day, she used to drop us off, make us go to the house, fix her a sandwich. By the time she drop off the rest of the kids, come back, we had to have her sandwich ready for her.
What kind of operation?
Hey.
Miss Mac was running.
Hey, she had a smooth operations.
She had an operation going on, man.
So if y'all got any bus stories or anything like that, because I stopped riding the bus in middle school.
Okay.
Because I went to Bear Creek Elementary.
Okay.
All through middle elementary. I went to Madeira Beach until my mom pulled me out. And then I went to Holy Name for a semester. And then I was at Southside Fundamental. And then I went to Boca Ciega High School.
Boca Ciega High School. Yes, there is a show today. We are on the show. We're live. Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, 99
Somebody
Jams, Carafesta Radio. And yes, we are on. We're live. If you want to join in, give us a call at 727-637-2416. That's 727.
Jam, turn it up. Make sure we can hear it in the station.
2416. Give us a call. So yes, we just to get back to what we was talking about before I was rudely interrupted.
Because if they're doing it, they might not hear us out in Radio Land. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Man, people hear us everywhere in the world.
Maybe not.
You want to be the engineer? Go over there and engineer. You gonna host or you gonna engineer? You gonna make your mind up.
The 4 right there. Nope.
If you would like to join the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club and be on, contact Kiana. You just got to ask Kiana. Kiana is over the booking of all guests on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. So if you want to come on, you want to talk about your upcoming event, you want to talk about whatever you got going on, please contact Q. Q is in charge of booking all the guests. She is our producer extraordinaire. So contact Kiana and come on the show. If you want to underwrite and help support, donate to the radio station, you can. You can donate at the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, or you can go to the 99 Jams Carafesta Radio Facebook page or 99jamstheberg.com. That's 99jamstheberg.com.
All righty. So yeah, it looks like we might be having technical difficulties, but we're gonna rock at. I
don't be paying attention to people.
Huh?
I don't be paying attention.
Okay, no, okay. They can hear us again.
Okay, that's why you got to pay attention.
That's what I'm doing. Okay. You know what? I ain't doing this with you this great Wednesday.
Yes, this is what do they call Wednesday?
Hump day.
Get your back up off the wall.
What's on your mind Wednesday? Oh, you know what today is? Today is we're going to send like all positive vibe and energy. This is the first day that Cheyenne and them hit the Chris Brown tour.
Wow.
So yeah. So this is their first today they're in Boston. So if you didn't know, she's singing with Money Long. And so they're doing the rest of the Chris Brown tour. They got like 23 dates. So this is the kickoff of them hitting this tour, which is exciting.
Yes.
So I wish I could be in Boston with her right now. Like I really was looking for tickets to fly up there and then fly on back just to surprise her.
I want to congratulate big shout to Cheyenne and the whole team for keeping on.
Right.
Stomping and moving. It's a big tour. You say it's SZA? Not SZA.
Chris Brown.
Oh.
Hey, you said Money Long.
Oh, what? See, I don't know this is a name.
But
Money Long is a name. These
you know who Money Long is?
Who? No, I don't.
Twin. What have you been? Nobody knows.
Money Long.
And hours and hours.
I like that song. I do. I like that song.
Yeah, so that's who
we can do this
with.
For hours, and yes, I love that.
Oh, that lit up your face a little bit.
Look. I like that song.
You had memories of that. And hours. Oh, I like that song. Yeah. But y'all send out positive vibes and energy out there, all the way out to Boston.
Yes, all the way out to the B-Town. A-Town up, B-Town down.
And then they're not even coming to Tampa. They'll be in Orlando on the 13th.
That's what's up. If y'all want to support Money Long, Chris Brown tour, Chris Breezy is causing all kinds of ruckus with these pictures. these $1,000 photo shoots that people taking.
Well, somebody paying for.
So if you didn't know, Chris Brown has a $1,000 ticket package that comes with an up close and personal how do you call it, meet and greet, and photo. And so women have been taking pictures with Chris Brown in provocative poses, and their boyfriends have been leaving them.
How you feel about it? Would you leave your lady?
I mean,
it's like,
it's one of those things where it's to each his own. You gotta know your partner. You gotta know what's going on, because I mean, some of these pictures are completely out of hand.
But okay, well, this is how
have you seen some of the pictures?
No.
I wish I had something to put online.
You got a computer right there.
And
you got
I don't work that fast.
You don't work that fast? But you know what? No, but I think there is a line. Like when you're in a relationship, it's about respect. But everybody define their relationship how they defined it, and they may feel like this is a once in a lifetime situation.
I mean, for $1,000 a head, you better think.
You better do whatever if you paying $1,000, you better do whatever. Get your money's worth. Do whatever. But if you want a happy home, don't mess up your house by the picture.
And seriously, that's the most important thing. You can't mess up your happy home.
Not for, because just think,
what if it ain't happy? I wasn't happy anyway.
Well, then, mess it up.
These people crazy. I wasn't happy anyway. They put it all on the line.
Don't mess up your miserable home by Chris Brown.
I wasn't happy anyway.
No, but I But you have it. Like, do you have any souvenirs from people?
I got a lot of souvenirs.
What's some? I'm just thinking, because if you pay $1,000 for a picture, what would it be worth? Because it's you in the picture. It ain't.
It's the experience of meeting celebrities. Oftentimes we pay a lot of money to go into these nightclubs and meet celebrities.
We do.
Buy big tables, big booths,
just to hang around, just to be in the room with them, not even say nothing. Them people don't even give you eye contact.
And so people be like $1,000 for a ticket. They crazy, man. I know people that paid $1,000 and the show didn't even happen. It was canceled.
So what are some of your biggest souvenirs you done got, like maybe from a celebrity or something?
I don't collect like souvenirs from celebrities. I collect like historic artifacts. Like I want to open up a library and museum one day. Big shots out to the museum and all the museums out there. Yeah, I want to open up a library and a museum or something, and then have all my artifacts on the wall. You know what I'm saying? You know how people donate. Yeah, that's what it is.
I have my two favorite, I think I will put at my top, because you can't get in it. I have DMX's obituary.
What? Oh yeah, because you went to this.
But like his book, and it was limited just for the people at the funeral.
That's heavy.
So I have that, and I got that put up somewhere nice. And then I have, do you remember Static Major?
Yeah, I remember Static Major. That's like a lollipop.
Yeah. So I have a shirt what he signed for me and was like, baby girl, find me wherever I'm at. And Static. And yeah, I still have that. So those are like my top two, I think, that, yeah.
Yeah, and to be honest, like I said, we as a community, we actually do pay a lot of money to see our celebrities. And I think when people actually do the math and really think about it, $1,000 and you get the ticket to the show, nice seats, plus a meet and greet, kind of might be a deal.
So you get the tickets so the $1,000 is just not the meet and greet; it's the meet and greet with the ticket.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's not that.
The tickets come with the.
Okay, so honestly, that's better than going to the club.
You get tickets with your fornication.
Oh Lord! You know what? With that being said, good morning, Roy. Good morning, Anicia. Good morning,
You get tickets with your fornication,
Miss Laverne. Good morning to everybody who's listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
Thank y'all for joining us. This is our anniversary week. This week is so if y'all we want to start a star party. This is if you love the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. If you've been watching, if you've been tuned in, we just want to say thank you. We've been around for 6-7 years now. 6 or 7. I'm just going. I don't know. We'll count later. But we've been around.
I've been here almost 4.
Yep, and we was 2 or 3 years in then. So, about 6-7 years we've been kicking and swinging. So thank y'all. I wanted to extend a really warm love hug to y'all for helping us redefine what's cool. This has been a part of the New Image Project.
And we got Aura Production. Like, we've done a lot of different stuff.
Grooving and improving.
We done changed stations.
She like that. We moving, grooving, and improving. Hey, we got a
Jam
hard
ain't
stop.
Jam ain't even listening to us.
We got a hard stop at 8 o'clock.
And it's 8
We
o'clock.
ain't paying no attention. We ignoring it.
No, I'm joking. All right, tag a friend, tell a friend. We got a pack-fill hour on this last hour. So yes, tag a friend, tell a friend. We are in the building.
Baby.
Hello, I'm Gabe Ortiz, and this is WEDU Arts Plus. Based out of St. Pete, the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is a morning radio show about hip-hop life and urban culture. Meet the hosts who inform and empower their listeners.
I'm Jabbar Edmond. I go by Mr. Edmond. My role, I'm a host and I'm co-founder.
My name is Brother John Muhammad, Your Brother John, YourBrotherJohn.com. And my role on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is host or co-host.
I just go by Kiana. Sometimes you may hear the guys call me Q. I may say Q just depending on my personality that day. And I'm the female of the crew. All right, I think I keep balance when you look at the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. So that's my role.
And I'm Bruce Moore Jr. A lot of people do know Bruce Moore Jr., obviously being born and raised here and going to school here, but there's many more people that know Reno.
St. Pete is small, and so the good things and bad things that come with a small city, everybody knowing each other, of course, would be one of the pluses.
My neighbors were not only just my neighbors, they became my family.
Trying to put that back now, like really getting back to a place where we know our neighbors and we look out for each other. It was a St. Pete that existed, south of Central, and then there was another St. Pete that existed north of Central and downtown. It was a struggle then, and I think it's still, somewhat a struggle for Black people in the city of St. Pete.
Even with every step of progress we make, it's still a struggle to, implement that progress.
Did y'all hear about the weed college, the first cannabis college?
In Orlando.
Talk to him, Sean Soprano.
No, yeah, I've been looking at it.
This is serious, y'all.
Over a year ago.
If you got the charges, go and get the degrees, King. You got years of experience, man. It ain't like you come into a classroom with no data.
Elon Musk said that a drug dealer knows how to manage and run a business better.
I can't believe that.
The real facts, man.
I'm all about education. But what I'm saying is that we carry this industry on our backs.
The way we started the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, Jabbar approached me about what could we do, how can we do something together, and then an opportunity to promote Amendment 4. Amendment 4 is the, voting rights restoration to returning citizens. We were able to negotiate a deal where we got like 30 minutes on the radio at 99 Jams to talk about, Amendment 4 and other local, policies.
Hello, I'm Gabe Ortiz, and this is WEDU Arts Plus. Based out of St. Pete, the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is a morning radio show about hip-hop life and urban culture. Meet the hosts who inform and empower their listeners.
I'm Jabbar Edmond. I go by Mr. Edmond. My role, I'm a host and I'm co-founder.
My name is Brother John Muhammad, Your Brother John, YourBrotherJohn.com. And my role on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is host or co-host.
I just go by Kiana. Sometimes you may hear the guys call me Q. I may say Q just depending on my personality that day. And I'm the female of the crew. I think I keep balance when you look at the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. So that's my role.
And I'm Bruce Moore Jr. A lot of people do know Bruce Moore Jr., obviously being born and raised here and going to school here, but there's many more people that know Reno.
St. Peter's small, and so the good things and bad things that come with a small city, you know, everybody knowing each other, of course, would be one of the pluses.
My neighbors were not only just my neighbors, they became my family.
Trying to put that back now, like really.
Attention voters, stay informed about the 2024 election schedule. Primary election day is August 20th. Make sure you're registered by July 22nd. Early voting runs from August 10th to the 18th, with hours from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and weekends from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mark your calendars for the general election on November 5th. Don't forget to register by October 7th. Your vote matters. Stay informed, get registered, and be heard. For more information, visit www.votepinellas.com. Attention voters, stay informed about the 2024 election schedule. Primary election day is August 20th. Make sure you're registered by July 22nd. Early voting runs from August 10th to the 18th, with hours from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and weekends from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mark your calendars for the general election on November 5th. Don't forget to register by October 7th. Your vote matters. Stay informed, get registered, and be heard. For more information, visit www.votepinellas.com.
Them receive benefits.
Oh, Lord. Boom, stick 'em, boom, boom, stick 'em. Okay. Welcome back
Welcome back.
to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, and I am Kiana.
And I am the one and only Mr. Edmond.
And we're brought to you by the New Image Project, better known as
See that?
and we are redefined it
What's cool
because smart
is the new
gangster.
baby.
If you didn't know,
Now you know.
you know what I want to do? I want to go.
Yes.
I don't know why.
This-
Stick 'em, boom, boom,
I know.
stick
I
'em.
love that song. We were just listening to that new remix. But we want to say thank you to all the listeners.
Mhm.
Thank you to all the supporters, all the donations,
Mhm.
everybody who supported the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club and all the iterations. I want to thank all the co-hosts. I want to thank all the guests. This is our 6th-year anniversary. We're gonna party like it's 1999. So if you loathe the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, loathe. That's like when you mad and don't like us.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you loathe us, so if you love or loathed us,
Mhm.
please take the time to give us a comment. Take the time to be a part of the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
So I like that. So if you are one of those confused fans and AKA haters, you can.
No, we
We
support
welcome
the
it
mess.
all.
We support the mess.
Oh, no, but you know what? The Tampa Bay Breakfast Club been running. We swinging and banging.
Swinging and banging. It's been an amazing ride. If people who don't know, the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club actually started. We started doing promotions and outreach around the amendment to restore the rights of returning citizens. We took our time out and said that we felt that the local community wasn't talking enough about this upcoming, at that time, amendment. So we had several conversations. Really, we started at the SEIU office.
On Central.
Yes. Big shouts out to the SEIU, all the city staff, workers, service employees, the International Union. Big shouts out to all y'all. Y'all are the seeds. Y'all help water the seeds of the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Rick Smith and the whole team, right? Kofi Hunt, everybody.
And it started out with Squeak, right? You, Squeak.
Who is Squeak?
Oh, that's her nickname.
Who? Oh, Janet. I ain't know her nickname was Squeak. Yeah, it was me, Janet.
I didn't even start Janet. I ain't mean to do that. Okay. You know how
people got them nicknames. Yeah, I know. But long story short, Janet Michelle, she was actually a very active volunteer with the People's Budget Review. So a lot of people don't know the DNA of this show actually starts from activism and outreach to the community.
And it hasn't changed.
No, we still doing it. Yeah,
it hasn't changed. It has not changed.
We still doing town halls. We just did a town hall at the Sunshine Center,
and we got another one coming up.
Yep, just chill. Yes, big shouts out to Bishop Site.
How you gonna tell me to chill?
Just chill, because we ain't talking about that right now. But yes, we do have another one coming up. But I was just saying about the advocacy work.
Okay.
And that's how we got started. That's why a lot of times our subjects are around the local issues. We're not just harping on local issues and bashing local officials. The actual bedrock and the DNA of this show came from local activism and doing work in the community. So, big shouts out to y'all for helping us get this far. It's been 6 years. It's been a lovely ride. I'm excited.
I'm excited about what
we just getting started.
And you know, we really are redefining what's cool and the narrative of what people see, how people communicate and operate with each other. Really, I think for this year, I want to definitely show how you can have differences and still collaborate with each other and still commingle and let it be genuine and real. Because what we do find is that if you don't agree on a policy or issue, it tears you apart and you forget who that person is to the core and want to throw the baby out with the water.
I definitely thank you.
Thanks for the star.
Yes, it's a star party. Big shout out to my sister. Thank you. Yes, this is our 6-year anniversary. And you're right. Don't throw the baby out the bathwater. We can disagree. And people don't know where that saying comes from. Like in Europe, they were real poor and they used to throw their bathwater out the window. And they used to be so dirty. Sometimes they would throw the baby out with the bathwater. They couldn't see the baby. And that's crazy.
That is crazy.
I know, see? I see when you know better, you
do better. Check the water. But wait, hold on. If the baby was in the bathwater, that means that the baby, if it was, something was wrong.
They were right.
Someone right. Because you should still see the baby. The baby head should be over.
Ain't no sense in that baby being in that bathwater. You talking about you don't know the baby.
Yeah, where the baby at?
In the bathwater. Yes. So we talking about community advocacy. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Do not be so mad or disgruntled with your with people that's against what you are against.
What you said, and because I think it kind of when we look at it.
Being able to have discourse, being able to be able to disagree, but not be disagreeable. That's something I had to learn. Not to be, because I was kind of like a fiery when I first started.
Sometimes you still pop off. Sometimes, you sometimes you're like you'll pop off, but it's okay. You will. You'll go boom. But what I like about you, right, is that you willing to listen.
Oh and then God, and you pop off.
Oh no, you.
I thought I had it under wraps.
No, I could just recall something recent. Well, not that recent.
But I hear you.
But you're willing to listen, and then you're man enough to go back and apologize and say, I handled that wrong. I could have done this better.
Hey, my parents raised me, man. I'm a product of I'm definitely a product of my parents, my grandparents, and the people in the people who love me all around. So thank y'all so much. I'm cheering up. But yes, so speaking of community news and community outreach, we are planning another town hall around.
No, you just hold on. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
We're planning another town hall around the gas plant redevelopment. We also planning some community forums. We also planning doing some outreach, coming out to some shows, coming out to your events. So get in contact with the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Get in contact with Q if you want to be on the show. If you want to underwrite on one of the programs, if you want to really be a part of 99 Jams Carol Festa Radio, please reach out, man. This is community radio. We're actually doing it for y'all. This is why we're doing it. We're doing it for the community. So in news today, you came and gave me this. That was Jam. Russia said that America has been helping Ukraine, and there was a bombing of a public place in Russia where like tourists got killed. And they're saying that they told the U.S. ambassador into the United Nations and said they will retaliate
against the U.S.
Yes, this is hot off the press.
Well, I mean, honestly, that's why Russia went over there to Cuba to set up. That was the whole point.
They're there now. When they did
it a couple of weeks ago, when Biden told them, like, okay, yeah, Ukraine, we got you. We're going to send y'all some stuff. Russia said, oh, that's what you're doing for real? Yeah, so then, you know what? We finna pull up over here because we ready for whatever. This is my interpretation of how, it kind of go down. So, you know, and then you see that they're trying to make mandatory enlist.
Yes, the recruitment. It's so we kind of living our lives, and we're kind of not paying attention to world affairs because I'm just saying, like, in its general as a society. Okay. But in world affairs, we are a part of a lot of wars. We just got expelled from, I think, Nigeria, one of the African countries. So they just kicked all the Americans out. Yeah, Russia been helping them. And they like, we don't want the colonizers. So a lot of people don't know, like in world affairs, Russia, people don't look at Russia and these other countries the way that we look at them. Because we've kind of been indoctrinated. We kind of been told things about these people. But on the outside, other countries actually depend on these other countries.
You're right.
You get what I mean? And a lot of the things we do for, say, Afghanistan, or not Afghanistan, but Ukraine, other countries do that for other countries. They come back and support them, give them weapons, help them build roads. So America has been expelled out of a couple countries. That's why they say they're getting off the American dollar. They're not going to trade in the American dollar. There's a lot going on politically.
But they've been talking about that for a while.
Oh, it's real right now. Like it's really real.
Good morning, Miss Teresa. Good morning.
It's several countries that have came off the American dollar recently, and they're trading in either their own money or rubles or cryptocurrency. They're trading in other things.
And Donald Trump said none of this is going to happen with him.
He ain't got none. He ain't got no control over it.
No, he don't.
This is out of his hands, and they will cooperate with sympathizers. That's how, world leadership works. So if we have an American that's elected into office that's a sympathizer with some of these other countries, those countries will and do work with those sympathetic leaders. That's how the world politics work. You know what I mean? And it's getting hectic. They saying they will or potentially going to retaliate. We don't know what that looks like. We don't know what that means. But we just thought we want to bring that to the Tampa Bay audience.
All right. Well, yeah.
What we got next? What's the next subject?
So, another sad news. We had to talk about Julio on Monday.
Yeah.
Right. the young rapper on his 26th birthday.
Yes, young Florida rapper was killed in Tampa. But he was actually from like Jacksonville. And they had been going through beef, and He's been shot several times.
I didn't know his foot just got shot off.
He off?
Or something like that. Or something.
Lil Homie was going through it.
So listen. Then now in Bradenton.
Yes, sad news.
Bradenton, a 28-year-old went on a killing spree, killed his mama, his cousin.
Yeah.
They say his ex-girlfriend, but then they say like the news has been saying like they've been kind of playing with that.
Because they say one of the people he didn't do it to, he came in and said, "Hey, I gotta do this to you," and they was like, "What?" And then one of the other people stepped in and talked him out of it, and he left and went on the spree to the other place. That's when he went to his mama at the hotel. But before this is all alleged, and if people don't know what we're talking about, there was a mass shooting, a very sad occasion in Bradenton. It really touched all the way across the bridge. Everybody. So we definitely want to say prayers and condolences to the families. But in some of the news reports, they say the first attempt, he went to someone's house, an ex-girlfriend's house, and he whipped out the gun, and the girlfriend's sister was able to talk him out of it. So he put the gun up and left. And then he went to the hotel and ran down on his family members and did all this outrageous stuff. I was actually on the dude page yesterday.
Me too.
And it's crazy. Listen, it's so crazy. I'm like, because if people don't know, this was happening live and play-by-play on the internet. People were posting about it. He was posting like threats and all kinds of stuff on his page.
But did you see, like, even when you're looking at his page, like his IG and things like that, did it seem like something was off?
But I think, like, when you don't know him, you can't say that. You get what I'm saying? Because to some people, that probably was his normal. Because that's what I read in some of the comments. Because his family members was like, "Hey, call us if you need help." And they was like, "Oh man, don't ask him to call." Like, people are ruthless in these posts, in these chats.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about that Friday.
No, we're gonna talk about it now while we on the conversation.
Okay, but because I want to talk about the sad incident, but how reckless people is on them chats though.
Yeah,
the things they were saying to this man's family. Oh, they got his butt now. Oh, all kinds of craziness.
Because there's two stories out there. Because we don't. Everything is alleged. Like, we don't know.
Yes, we don't know. Yeah.
We really don't know. I read somewhere where because he was married as well.
No, I didn't know that.
He was married, and when he was on his way to Georgia, it was his wife, I heard, that he was going to, because she had 3 kids from him. And so allegedly, what happened is his wife had put him out because he had gotten off his meds. Mental health. I mean, regardless of what happened, this is a mental health issue. Right.
You said that. You're right, because it was some sporadic. Like,
it was a mental health issue. So I'm going to tell you the first story and then the second scenario that I heard. So the first one was, his wife had put him out because he was acting erratic and he had gotten off his meds, didn't want to get back on, and sent him and thinking his mom could help him get it back.
Yeah, back to his mom.
Right. Okay, so then him and his mom was living together, but it got so bad that she had to get out. She left the house, and that's why she was at Motel 6.
Oh, with the boyfriend.
So she left.
To the motel.
She went to the mama at Motel 6 because allegedly, because it was so bad that she had to kind of leave. Now, a part of them trying to get him to get his meds was telling him like, "Yo, you're not doing good. You can't see your kids like this. Like, you got to get back on your meds to see your kids." And so that's what kind of took him over. He couldn't see his kids. He doing all this. So then he went, killed his mom. He felt like she was, keeping him away from the kids. Went and killed his cousin because the cousin was best friends of his ex-girlfriend, of his baby mama. And she was a part of it, and then killed his baby mama. Apparently. God. Now, the second story that's going around is that they found out that he was a down low brother.
So, but
either way, this is whatever the story is. This is a mental health issue.
Yes.
Because anybody go on a killing spree, and he was on his way to go
do some more.
Yeah, and that's when, and he was almost to Georgia when he get into
so that's when they caught him.
That's when he caught him. Like, you know,
it was a shootout.
Yeah, the police him and the police kind of.
And I want to definitely say this. Condolences to the family members. Because I think 3 people lost their life.
3 people did.
And it was sad because
4 with him.
He died?
Yeah.
What? Listen, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Mental health, man.
We talk about it quite often, but this
and
is
the reason keep talking about it
because it's real. Like, it's okay to get a mental check,
and it's okay to help and attempt, because that's what they were doing, trying to help that brother get some mental health help. And that's why they said they weren't gonna let him see his kids,
because in this
he was
state,
mentally unstable.
Yeah, and in this state, he wouldn't have been good for you, because if you kill your mama, it's a possibility that you'll hurt your kids. In my mind,
I mean, I think
in my mind, and I could be wrong. So, and I'm not a special, but if you would take the life of the person who brung you in this world, you can possibly take the life of the person that you brung in this world.
I think I definitely hear that. I think what we miss is that some people don't have a respect for life, right? And Buddy probably regretted it the second he did it. You never know, or didn't have the capacity to regret it, right? Didn't have the mental connections or the brain connections to even let him know he was really off the chain. Because that's why they say he needed his medicine. And usually when people own the meds and then don't take it, it's like causes you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it does.
Turbulent, because you supposed to stay on it.
Right.
And I'm not an expert.
But I'm not an expert either. But usually what happens is you're doing so good, you be like, oh, I don't need this.
Yep.
But you're doing so good because you're on because you're on it.
Yep.
And people really feel like, you know, when you're taking medicine, it's like crippling. You feel like it's a crutch. Like you need some, you know, and people don't like to have to take stuff for the rest of their lives.
I mean, I hear that so much, and I think that, like, as a community, what we can do and what we need to do is help identify a lot of this stuff ahead of time, attempt to get in front of it.
Right.
You get what I mean? Just try to take some corrective steps, because sometimes you can't stop the inevitable.
Yeah, you
right. But what we can do, we can learn from it, right? We can learn as a community, and potentially we can stop the next one or prevent it or whatever, because man, it's sad. I woke up and all I seen was posts about it. So I'm thinking it was like a club shooting or something. I didn't know what it was. But to come to find out, this guy has went around and like did this to his family.
Right. To the people he loved the most.
The people who loved him the most.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? These are the people trying to look out for him, watching his kids. Because I heard he got a lot of kids.
Okay.
Know what I'm saying? And it's very likely some of his kids was at that hotel. With their grandma. Maybe, allegedly, kind of, maybe. But
I mean, however the case, this is gonna rock their family.
It rocked the community.
It really will. It really has.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you know, because it's right across the bridge, it's probably people here that know him.
Oh yeah.
You know,
most definitely.
And so it's just something that, you know, you got to be aware of. And it's okay starting at a young age to talk to your children about their mental health and how to properly address that, because, and you know, there was such a big stigma around getting therapy and all this other stuff. And we're trying to definitely, you know, bust that open.
Turn it down.
And we've seen a change, but it's a lot of people who still is again like, nah, you know what I mean? And don't realize you have to find a healthy way to release your stresses and figure out how to deal with things, or
coping skills, like bottom line, coping skills and anger management, right? Big shouts out to King Jab, Eric's 727 story, because, you know, to deal with some of the things we got to deal with and cope with on a daily basis, sometimes we need help. professional help.
You do, because we have
nothing wrong with it.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. If you had high blood pressure,
you're gonna go get help.
You're gonna go get help for it.
Yep.
You know, if your cholesterol is out of whack, you're gonna figure out how to get it together.
Yep.
If you have diabetes, you're gonna figure out what to do to get that. You know, to make sure that you're healthy with that. If you don't have good vision, you're gonna go to the doctor and get some glasses. So you gotta look at this in the same aspect, because our mental is the most important part. Because this is what operates and keep us moving. This is how we think. This is how we deal with other people. And so that's the most important, and we ignore that more than anything else.
I mean, I agree. I think what we got to do is take one step at a time.
And y'all can call in and join into this conversation, 727-637-2416. Please, if you want to talk about this, 727-637-2416.
Yeah, it's sad. Definitely get the help that you need if you need some help. And if your family or your friends need some help, find a way to help them get the help that they need, because the life you save could be the life your own.
Yeah.
Or somebody you love. When is the 26th? The day?
Yeah. Yeah. Why?
I'm supposed to be out of town with my rounds. How the song go?
No. Out of town with your rounds. No, that is not a good thing. Look, out of town with your rounds, and that was not a good.
But that's the song. I ain't gonna repeat it.
I'm shaking my head. No,
I hear you. I'm
shaking my head.
I see you and I heard you. Okay, thank y'all so much. In other news, Duke Energy.
No, but we were gonna go to Duke Energy, but we were gonna talk about how mean these people are on these messages.
Yes, that's why I say Duke Energy first, because they mean these high electric bills is downright mean. Duke Energy right now is going if y'all don't know, Duke Energy across Florida, they fear the impact of high Duke energy rates. So in Tampa, St. Pete, Pinellas County, in rare hearings, Tampa Bay residents told utility regulators how their families' finances are already tethered on the perilous edge. This is a Tampa Bay Times article. I just love Emily L. Mahogany. I just love your language. So there was a 4 hours last week that the Tampa Bay residents implored state utility regulators to say no to higher rates in their electric bills. These local in-person hearings are also rare. They haven't happened for Duke Energy and Tampa Electric customers in more than a decade. So in more than a decade, they have not been talking to the community or the people about these high bills. Additionally, virtual hearings wrapped up on Tuesday. The Public Service Commission meeting offered a raw glimpse into the region where an affordable housing crisis, inflation, and high electric costs collide. Dozens of residents told governor-appointed commissioners how their families' finances tethered. Higher electric bills, some warn, will mean skipping meals, one less birthday gift or for their kids, more anxiety and around insulin, and the most, because you got to keep insulin cold, right? So people are worried. Both Duke Energy and Tampa Electric are seeking higher base rates, a major component of their electric bill. So your base rate is, no matter what you use, it starts at a certain number. So if you don't use no electricity, your bill is going to be something. And what they want to do is raise that base.
I think my electric bill right now is almost $300, right?
You ain't the only one.
And I think that's ridiculous. It's only 2 people in my house, me and one other person. That's it. And my electric bill used to be around like $169. I just said it's almost $300 now. So it has now jumped up almost, over $100. With it, and I've seen this within the last couple of months or so, and I don't really change the temperature in my house, like my temperature of my AC and stuff.
You leave it on the same.
I keep it on the same, so it doesn't really.
Yeah.
But now I'm finding myself
turning it off.
Oh, I don't turn it off. So let me tell you why I don't turn.
They tell you never turn it off.
Right, because
who told you that? The electric company.
No.
See, think about that.
No,
who told you not to turn your AC off?
But
the electric company.
But it has to work harder to get it cool.
See.
I'm just saying.
But it don't work at all when it ain't on. See, my grandma taught me good. Turn that mess off. And when you want it on, then turn it on. And it'll work harder to get turned on, but guess what? The bill will be low. So
I keep mine. So right now, I'm turning mine up to like 77.
Turn it off.
No.
The house already be like, oh.
So 77.
Yeah, come on and keep it. Yeah.
And so once it hits 77, it ain't, the house ain't getting no cooler than 77 here in Florida during the day.
I hear you, yeah.
So by the time I come home and drop it down to like 74, then now the air coming in.
Well, I hear why you have a $300 light bill.
What? No.
Yes.
No.
That's why.
Why?
It's not leaving it on all day.
No, but 77.
Turn it off.
But once I get to the
don't listen to them people. Them people told you that lie because they wanted you to keep running your electric bill. Turn that junk off when you come home. Turn it on.
I'm not cutting it off.
That's what they know. Hey, so listen. Last year, the average Tampa electric bill was the third highest in the nation compared to other utilities, with more than 100,000 customers. According to Tampa Bay Times analysts of federal data, the average bill for Duke Energy customers is the fifth. So Tampa is the third highest in the nation, and Duke is the fifth. So Duke is like in several places.
And when they say Tampa, they're including Tampa Bay area, so that's including St. Pete.
But no, the Tampa Electric Company is a company.
Oh,
and Duke is a company. These separate companies.
Tampa. You're saying
Tampa Electric Company
you're
is
talking
third.
about Tampa Electric. Got it.
Third, and then Duke Energy is ranked 45th.
They just keep on trying us over here in the Tampa Bay area.
I got more. Both utilities are also seeking rates of profit that are higher than the national average. Lawyers for the Office of Public Counsel, which represents utility companies, call these potential margins excessive and non-reasonable. Oh, okay, not reasonable. The requested shareholder profit rates are also higher than Duke Energy receives in other states. So they just trying us, y'all.
I just said they keep on playing in our face.
They is.
I'm just saying.
What is it? You know how you get tired of somebody trying you?
I feel like St. Pete, Tampa is like the try. It's the try area. We finna try them.
I think our elected officials need to get on the ball. Kahunas. Because that's what they do. They feel that the elected officials are pushovers because all this is regulated. All this is state regulations. So they got relationships up and down. Duke is a sponsor for everything. Duke, you can sponsor the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, but we still gonna ring your butt. I don't care.
Right. So
they sponsor everything. That's why people are mums to work. They ain't gonna say nothing bad.
That's what I'm gonna say. Like, do you feel like our state officials are not saying anything because, they could have sponsored, donated?
Yes, this is politics, and these are for-profit companies who play the game of politics to perfection. They sponsor booths, they give them sweets, they everything you can imagine. These companies, they what they call it, they swoon and like kind of romance politicians. They'll have a Duke Energy booth, and it be full of elected officials. I done been in the booth.
Me too.
Full of them. And then you don't put it all together. But then when you see stuff like this, wait a minute. So they have relationships with the elected officials, and then they go and ask for things that are not being asked for in other states and other places. You get what I'm saying? We'll go to California or go somewhere else and we'll do everything. But when we get here, we want you to do it. Y'all don't know we're doing everything in California. Y'all don't know that y'all paying more electric and higher bills than everybody else. Who told you? Your elected officials ain't tell you. That's why news media outlets like ourselves are so important.
And so listen, so let me say this. We're about accountability here at the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Because people will say like, oh, we don't like you. Y'all don't like us. This is why y'all saying this. No, this is about
It's
accountability, and this is about reality. And the one thing is we
they know Duke sponsored they whatever. And
I know, and then they know they're
here.
not listening to their voters,
and they know they ain't telling us that these rates going up and we need to be at these meetings.
and they know they ignoring all the people who telling them.
They know what they doing. Don't act crazy now.
That we're talking about it. No, this is I'm so sorry. Listen, I like everybody.
Now that we talking about it, but for real, these electric prices are outrageous. It costs more to live here than a lot of places in America.
Elected officials really honestly, y'all gotta do better. Like this
on all fronts.
Like on all fronts. Like at this point, it's disappointing on how and I know y'all are in a tough situation.
Who?
No, I'm just saying electric.
They ain't in it. What's the tough situation they in? Come on,
because you can't please everybody.
No, it ain't about pleasing everybody, but it's about serving your constituents and your people.
You really need
and making people over profits. Because that's why Duke Energy will donate to all the charities. They're really just giving us our money back.
They ain't even giving us our money back. They just giving us.
It's a nice front.
It's a nice front.
It's a nice
front.
But
this is why we vote people in, because we want you to have our best interests in mind and not these big companies. But because we need
you to stand up against them.
And right,
like, straight up, because what they're gonna say, and I want to cut you off, but I want to say this. What they're gonna say is that it's a state regulated thing, and that their position has nothing to do with it. But that is, if you're looking at it in one dimensional, this is a 3-dimensional thing. And as an elected official, you do have sway. You can write official letters on official letterhead.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much that can be done. But once you limit yourself and say, "Oh, I can't do that because I'm just a elected official from this little town," no, you and your elected authority and your power can push for change. We got a contract every 10 years. We got a contract with Duke Energy that has been just blindly signed so many times. So when we come back up for this contract agreement, we need to not blindly sign it.
Right.
We need to really have community conversations. We really need to call them to the carpet, because if they're going to be our energy provider, they need to earn our business and not just be given our business.
And you want me to tell you, other places, they make them earn their business.
Yes, Orlando going solo. Orlando want to be their own energy provider and utilities. We already provide our own water.
Right.
See, people don't understand. That's a utility that we provide.
Right. And that's getting higher too.
Don't talk about it. It'll be higher if it was Duke water. The same water coming out the same pipes. Yeah, we need an extra $60 a month for the base rate. But I'm telling you. So elections matter.
Yeah, they do.
Right? We're talking about Duke Energy and Tampa Electric are going to the state commission asking for raises in your electric bill. They want your electric bill to go higher. Organizations and groups has been organizing people to come out and stand up and have their voices heard. So, caller, we're talking about Duke Energy and high electric bills. What you got? Introduce yourself.
What is this? Nobody special. Same old guy.
Everybody who calls the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is special, especially you.
That's good.
But I just want to say now, listen, when Rick Scott was in office and everybody was saying, "Oh, he's not taking a salary," the reason why he didn't take a salary is because you don't take no salary. He didn't want no Obamacare. He didn't want none of that. So he didn't want them to have no say so. At that same time, they did a deal with Duke Energy, which they could raise the rates. And it was a little fuss about that, but then they swept that under the rug, and now we feeling the effects of that. The other thing is like the water that's going up because the municipalities don't have no other way to get money than to take it from the citizens. So when y'all vote for stuff and say, "We want this, we want that, we want this, we want that," and it sound good on the surface, please know how that is affecting you. Please know how that's affecting your taxes. Please know how that's affecting your cost of living, to where they cannibalizing you, stripping you of all your financial resources, and you won't be able to live here. So look at all them amendments. When you vote for it, don't just look at the surface and say, "Oh, it look good." Look at how that's going to affect you for real.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
Thank you,
because you know what? A lot of times when there are amendments and everything in there, they'll be like, "Hey, they'll be like, new bill, you'll get the one good thing in the front, and then they're gonna take away
Your
a whole
life.
in the back." You know, you be so right with that because it'd be like no smoking outside, but also you got to we're not gonna filter the water
and you're gonna pay $20 extra on your bill for the next 20 years,
right? But they ain't talk about none of that when they giving you the highlights of the bill. That's why it's really important to be educated on what you're voting on.
Yes. Arnesia says the contract needs to be read. That's first of all. Yes, we advocating for reading all contracts. Mm-hmm. Sierra says no lubricant. Yes,
they just if you know what that means, if you don't, then I don't know what to tell you.
Miss Davis says a lot of other places have prepaid electric. I don't know if that's better. But a lot of places have prepaid electric. Okay, Mama Blue says, not Mama Blue, check is not in the mail. Yes, we do not want to pay him. People over profits. Yes, Sierra, people over profits. Yes, thank y'all for everybody who commented. Just letting the people get ran over. Yes, that's how so many people felt. That's why so many people went they went out and did the conversations, and they reached out to the Duke. That's what that newspaper article was about.
Yeah.
It was about all the community people and the community impact that's been going on to have these individuals, Duke Energy per se, and Tampa Electric not charge us more money for our bills.
So, I mean, stay tuned. Talk to your elected officials. Send them emails in. Let them know. Remind them that they work for us.
Yes, and they can say something.
Yeah.
You don't have to be on the Public Service Commission or appointed by the governor to have a opinion that impacts your constituents. So that's water bills, light bills, that's federal bills, whatever. As an elected, you can raise the concerns for your constituents. So in theory, elected officials could have went to these meetings and went there and said, "Hey, Commissioner, I represent District 7 of woo. We're paying all these outrageous bills. We don't need a raise in Duke."
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, okay, boom, a mayor can go up there and say, "Hey, I'm the mayor of Last Cup of Water, Florida, and these bills are too high and we don't want them." And stand there and say it to them.
Right.
And not say, "Oh, well, that's just y'all. This is what I got to handle right here, and I ain't doing none of that." And that type of leadership actually leaves a big void.
Yeah.
And a lot of things don't happen for the community. And you'll see other leaders in other places jump into things that they have nothing to do with. And
but they do.
Yeah, they do.
They I mean, but
all the time.
But they have something to do with it because they know that, their community is asking for it. You know what I mean? You have to, when you're you need to listen to you got to listen to your community. So listen.
Talk to them, Q.
Yeah. So ask Kiana.
Okay, ask Kiana. Dear Kiana.
Yeah.
No, okay. The Ask Kiana is brought to you by One Community Grocery Co-op, the St. Petersburg One Community Grocery Co-op, bringing you groceries to the community in a very needed time.
And so they underwrite this show.
OCGC.com or .org. See? Don't do me like that in public.
You did yourself like that.
Dear Kiana, I'm in a bit of a dilemma and I need your advice. My girlfriend is amazing in many ways, but she's extremely disrespectful to her parents. There were incidents where she cussed her mom out so bad that her mom started to cry. Watching her interact with her parents this way is hard for me. And when I try to talk to her about it, she tells me to mind my business. I'm starting to question if I want to continue our relationship if this behavior doesn't change. Your thoughts on how I can handle this situation would be greatly appreciated. Sincerely, Conflicted Partner.
Ooh. You want me to tell? Yeah, look. I'm going to tell you, it's hard to change the dynamics of people who's been doing stuff for a long time. And you will learn, and I had to learn this too, is that the way that you was raised doesn't necessarily mean that they were raised the same way.
Who raised you?
And the respect level that you have for people don't mean that other people have it. And you think that they should. Like this.
I got questions.
Go ahead.
So if they don't have respect for their parents, where does that put the respect for you?
And I'm going to say it will probably end up filtering over to you as well, because this is the dynamics that they were raised in.
You
and typically,
her of her daddy.
No, not even that. What you'll see if they're like that to their parents, typically their parents probably was like that to them. Not always.
But I hear you.
But you will see that
learned behavior.
It is, and you'll see that the disrespect started way before. You know what I mean? So it's a conversation to be had, but it's something that somebody has to really want to. Like, people gotta want to change their behavior. There's nothing you could do about it if they think it's okay.
Yes. If they feel what they're doing and don't see the errors in their ways, they're not going to change them. They're
not going to change it. And then again, if this has been the dynamics of their family, and there's no consequences for their actions, you know,
it's tough. Yeah,
it's a rock and a hard place to say, hey, you know,
you can't tell her nothing.
Y'all got some suggestions out here, Facebook land. Do you have any?
Yes, I have some suggestions.
Go ahead.
Run for your life. But I don't really do like the parent disrespect thing. I don't condone it. I don't even like hanging around people that disrespect their parents.
Right.
Like when I was growing up, like the more like one of my friends disrespected their parents, the less I hung around them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not a complete just run from them, but the more they were disrespectful to their parents, the less I would be around them, because I just couldn't get jiggy with that. They say you lessen your lifespan. They say you lose days of your life by disrespecting your parents. You ever heard that? That's why you don't disrespect your parents, because you want to live a long life. You never heard that? I'm telling you. I'm just telling you, because that's what they say. You don't never.
But the disrespect is gonna come to you as well, and I mean, even in a
me.
Yeah, no, but it is when, I mean, honestly, if your partner is telling you something that they got a problem with and you tell them to mind their own business, that's another sign of disrespect right there too. Because again, as a partner, I should be able to tell you something and you should be able to listen, and then we could have a conversation, not just mind your business.
Yeah, don't try me. That's disrespect to the highest. The highest.
Yeah, I mean, this may be a situation, and I hate to tell people to leave their relationships. Yeah, but this may,
run for your life.
Yeah, this may not be the one for you. Okay. Especially if you can't, because, but you want me to say, the thing is, I wonder, would they disrespect, are they disrespectful they can't be disrespectful to his parents. So they got to know it's wrong.
They got to know where the line at.
The line at, because they won't disrespect
your parents. Yeah,
your parents. Because you'll see people who disrespect theirs, but won't disrespect.
You better not.
Other people. So you know what? That becomes a love language. Unfortunately, like how they communicate with the people they truly love. They end up being very disrespectful and have no boundaries with them, because they feel like, and this is the toxicity that you like raising, but then won't do this to people who they don't care about. They have boundaries and they be like, I'll never talk to them.
They know better. That's one of the things. Because like they say, you teach people how to treat you, and they haven't been taught to treat those other people like that. You get what I'm saying? And that's also a big problem. That's a huge problem. Don't try me. You ain't gonna try them, but you want to try me? Get out of here.
And you supposed to love me? Like, I'm the one you love. Your mama is the one you love, but you got restraints and boundaries for other people.
But no restraints and boundaries for mom. Love me from a distance. You know what? You ain't even got to call me. Just love me from your soul. I feel it. Stay away. Love me from your soul, and I feel it.
But you want me to? But that's we didn't realize back then when you were like, "I whoop you because I love you."
Yes, that's what they told us. Yubi says maybe what one sees as disrespect, others don't see it the same.
That's true. This is.
But that's a subjective statement, but there is a basis or a baseline, and we know what disrespect is. Calling people out their names, and whether they see it as disrespect or not, we know it's disrespectful.
Well, it is, but what happens is everybody's household is raised different.
Yeah.
When you see, like, I never cussed at my child growing up. Like, I never did that. Other parents do.
Yeah.
And they feel that's okay.
I am other parents, but no.
but you know what I mean? Like, and then I thought it was disrespectful to, but I was like, no, heck no. You know what I mean? So you, like, when it's still subjective.
Disrespect, because if you cussing at your kids and all that, that's disrespect. Let's just go ahead and call it. There's not a difference. It's just, it's whether it's recognized or not. It's not a difference. It's all the same.
But that's what you're saying. But people do it all the time, and they feel like it's
and it's wrong. They do it all the time, and it's wrong. You don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
But some people.
That's why that lady cussing her man, her parents out now, because they cuss her out all her life, and then now the cycle continues.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want that. That's what we about. We're about ending these cycles and these toxic traits in our community. That's why we're talking about this. Caller, we got a caller. We're talking about disrespecting parents.
I'm gonna just say this. Now, when I grew up, right, you know, they tell you don't call your parents by their first name.
Mm-hmm.
But we was always allowed to call my daddy by his first name.
Mm-hmm.
We call him dad today. But everywhere we'd go, we'd get told that's disrespectful. And my daddy would be like, that's who I am. They call me that. And so even my mama would say, hey, don't let them call you that. And my daddy used to say, it don't change who I am. If somebody I know them well, they know me on a first name basis. That's how they talk to me. But everywhere we would go, we would say, them kids disrespectful for calling their daddy by his name. I ain't started calling my daddy till I was way grown. I always call him by his name. So that's why I say it depends on what you, because what you consider to be disrespectful may not be disrespectful to them. You look at it as disrespectful because how you raised. Just like some different cultures, they look at stuff we do and they say that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. When you see a grown person insert, you're supposed to go to the side of the road and say, uncle. We don't do that, but that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get out of their way and say, uncle, and move. We don't do that. So it depends on what you look at as disrespectful. So that's why I was asking, what's the level of what you consider disrespectful?
No, it really is because it's different. Because sometimes, thank you, Yubi, because you know what? Not even just talk about like parents. Like, you know how like some endear, like the N word. Some of us.
It's a term of different, but we know it's disrespect.
No, but some people don't feel like it is. You're saying we know, but some people don't feel like that.
But you feelings aren't facts.
They're not.
Feelings aren't facts.
But people rock with it.
Derogatory terms are still derogatory, even if it's a term of endearment.
But you don't feel like it's a disrespect.
No, you don't feel that way. But it's still disrespectful.
No, to you.
But no,
to you. To you, not to me. If my homegirl, like, you know, if I'm okay with my homegirl calling me a B, and that's how we talk, I don't feel like it's disrespectful. But you feel like it is. You can't tell me what I feel like. No, I
can't. That's right. You're right, and I can't tell you what is disrespectful for you. But at the same time, in that term of endearment, y'all back and forth with each other, woo, 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 woo. But she ain't gonna tell you that in church.
But just
when y'all get to a dignified place, they're not gonna talk like that.
But just like sometimes when you say miss, ma'am, right?
Yep.
In other cultures, that's disrespectful.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, I hear that.
But we take it as a sign of respect here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey, ma'am,
I hear you.
Ma'am, and we're saying no, that's respectful. And another culture is like, no, that was a slave name. So no, it's disrespectful for you to say it. So it depends on the person. You can't tell somebody what they feel like disrespect is, unfortunately, because it's subjective on how you feel about it.
It's very, very, very subjective.
That's your line. You know what I mean? Just like Yubi just said, calling your parents by their first name. Most people will find that disrespectful.
And you shouldn't.
How are you gonna see?
Oh,
that's your suggestion.
Listen, when I hear people calling their parents by their first name, I always, especially like Sharon, that's your parents.
Like me and my mama play like that. I call my mom, but I sometimes call her by her first name.
Yes, it depends on the conversation and how y'all feel about each other at that time.
But in your eyes, you're saying it's disrespectful, and it's not necessarily is.
Yeah, not that, but it is.
Yeah, no. See, no. I mean, that's your opinion on it.
Don't call me out my name. If I'm daddy, I'm daddy.
Listen, all right. So this is the end of the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
Yes, Miss Davis just put up on Story 727. If you have any waters or anything, please holla at Story 727.
Donation.
They're doing good things in the community. They're serving our children. They're serving our families. We definitely give them the stamp of approval. Holla at Story 727. You can go on a Facebook page, Story 727. Tell them the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club sent you. And yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, be the change you want to be or see. Write down those 5 things that make you smile, giggle, feel good about life. Stay tuned for Sister Hugh.
Lose your shoes and shout all around the room.
Right, and this has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I am Kiana.
And I am the one and only Mr. Edmond.
And we are out.